Good morning, or good afternoon, rather. This is Bill Hawkins with AARP. We're glad you're here today. We're going to talk about something today that's a new and unusual scam. We're joined today by Cheryl Henderson. Cheryl is our state lead for fraud volunteers. Cheryl, tell us about this new scam and what's going on.
Well, people will go onto a Facebook fan page for someone like Drake or even Dr. Phil or any of them, and all of a sudden they'll get an instant message. They'll get some way that they will contact the people. Well, we know that Drake, Dr. Phil are not contacting odd
Sure.
individuals. So that's the first thing to be aware of is that you get an instant message from someone, and then they will provide false documentation, a driver's license. You can do that on the computer. They think that they're talking to a legitimate person, and they'll end up spending thousands of dollars sending them money, thinking that they're actually going to meet with this person or go to a concert or be on film or something until they realize that they've been scammed. But
So
by
what
that,
they're doing is reaching out, pretending to be the celebrity, and
yes,
offering the victim something in return, an appearance, etc. Correct?
correct. Or just friendship. They
Okay.
just like the idea of being personal with the celebrity. They don't have to offer anything, but they like the idea of having a personal connection to who they think is a celebrity.
And you see this a lot on your calls to the National Fraud Helpline, don't you?
We see it frequently. I mean, I think the worst one was Drake, and ladies are sending money that's going to the bank, and they're pulling out money, and they're sending bitcoins. They're sending wiring cash to they think to Drake. So Drake would not be in contact with the everyday person
Mhm.
because he would have people to guard him from people who may have to do him harm. So he would not be trying to set up a personal contact with a person like myself just online. And if you are going to give to a charity, you need to make sure that you do your due diligence and see if your money is actually going to a real charity.
So that's one of the things they do is pretend that this money is going to their endorsed charity or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or
Well,
sometimes and they may have a scrape that they need something right away. So
okay.
whatever the person
Drake
can
needs your money today. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Drake needs your money today, right? Okay.
Yes, and now and thousands at a time.
Well, what should people watch out for? What are some warning signs with this scam?
When you get an instant message, that's a sure fine.
Mhm.
If you get an instant message, that's fire. You because a person is just not going to instant message you. And sometimes you'll see that the spelling is incorrect. And they may spell Drake with an extra E or two R's or two K's. The spelling of the name will be incorrect. And then they will I want you to send them money through different ways instead of just through a credit card or something like that. Or they may try to get your credit card information in order to continue to bill you. But the thing is that if it sounds like you've got this wonderful person in the world who wants to know you, chances are it's a scam.
Well, and it's not just Drake. You had shared with me about a list of folks. I see Oprah Winfrey. I see a number of celebrities. So it's widespread in all genres and all types of entertainment. Correct?
Right. Dr. Phil even did an expose of someone who was building a charity scheme in his name, and he did research and found out where it was, and it was a place in Texas.
Hmm. So what should folks do if they feel that they're a victim of this or they want to ask questions about it? What do you recommend they do?
I suggest that they call the fraud hotline. And if they are being bilked out of money, they call the police department, let the police department know. But remember, when you give stuff freely, then it's on you. You may or may not get your money back. Oftentimes, you will not get it back. If there's anything that involves a gift cards or bitcoins, anything like that, that money is gone. If you give
Sure.
them your debit card, that money is gone because you've given them the access to your information. So anytime somebody wants you to send money in odd ways, you know it's a fraud.
You know, it is. It's great to have volunteers like you and to help educate folks. This is very common, and this is very unfortunate that people's good will is being taken advantage of in this way.
Absolutely. And it's almost like a romance scam because you think you have this real love or like or admiration connection with a person that you may never see.
Okay. And Cheryl, we've got the number that's going on the bottom of the screen now, so I'll ask folks to do that. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
Just be so careful of sharing your information. If anybody calls you and wants to verify a social security number, social security already has your number. The bank already has your number. If anybody wants you to go and buy a gift card and say they'll stay on the telephone with you while you send them the information front and back, know that that's a scam. If anybody is contacting you from overseas and say they're a soldier and they need this, because the United States takes very good care of their soldiers. That's anytime someone is contacting you and asking you for money quickly, or they're falling in love with you quickly, it's a scam.
Okay. Well, Cheryl, thank you for this information today. Thank you for all the work you do. We've had the number for the helpline running before. And thank you, Cheryl, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And folks, I want to wish you a happy federal holiday, Juneteenth. This is the first time we've been able to celebrate, so thank you for spending part of that time with us today. What I'm going to do now is end by showing you some of the things we have upcoming. I urge you to take advantage of those, and thank you for being a part of today's broadcast, and look forward to seeing you soon.